April 1st brings Captain Carter to Marvel Snap. I'll break down if she's a true leader or just a back row booster. Plus, theory crafted decks for every series, a final review of Agamotto, and a sneak peek at the month's new cards. Buckle up, folks. This is the trash episode where I trash a ton of cards.
This channel is trash.
Oh, that was kind of mean, Thanos.
I unsubscribed 6 months ago.
So Agamotto is trash.
She is the, and it starts with a B.
Trash.
I do not like this card at all. I personally regret getting the season pass card. I know it provides a lot of resources, but Agamotto is just not for me. Agamotto is not for me. And this card adds 4 cards into your deck, therefore decreasing the consistency. Doing those weekend missions with Agamotto really shined a light on how much I do not like this card. So maybe it's just my fault at deck building and I don't want to give in to the concessions you have to make with Agamotto. But I am on the side where if I never had to use the card again, I would be perfectly happy, perfectly fine. And I do not think he is worth getting at all. So if you haven't gotten the season pass card, you are not missing anything at all. The cosmetics of note from the season pass include Captain Carter, of course, her variant. You have Uatu. A ton of people play Uatu. And so they are giving you a variant for him that will get dusty in your collection. You have a couple of card backs, a cosmic border, and an Iron Man variant, which is kind of a suspect.
Trash.
So the title and thumbnail of this video gave it away. I am so low on Captain Carter. I think she will not be a good card.
Trash.
This back row condition, there will be front row cards as well, is just odd and awkward. You really have to think through how you're going to position these cards. It's in the single lane. She's ongoing. That means you have to bring Cosmo in your decks because ongoing is just so susceptible to Enchantress, just shutting down that lane completely. But then you also have to worry about Echo. Cosmo does nothing about Echo. And you're in all likelihood going to be playing ongoing cards into Captain Carter. There are decks that, of course, will go a different way. But her bonus is temporary. So some of these hand buff decks, it's temporary power. So if you were to move, let's say, a Scarlet Spider, it wouldn't carry that buff. So her strength, I think, is really going to come in ongoing decks, and there are a ton of counters to ongoing decks. So I think she is just a trash card. Maybe she gets buffed. Maybe her power drops, or her power increases. Maybe her cost drops, and that would help. But I'm going to wait for that buff because I do not see how this is a good card. But let's say you disagree. Here's some decks. So Series 2, it just leans into ongoing and more zoo as well. So I won't break it down too much. It's Series 2. You should be familiar with zoo type decks. And let's move on to Series 3. Now with Series 3, a real easy way to fill up that back line of Captain Carter is with cards that duplicate. So Mr. Sinister and Brood, even though you'd rob yourself of a Broodling. So I am leaning into Patriot as well. Ant-Man is good to pair with Captain Carter. Wasp is good as well, just a free card. You're definitely getting the buff there. It also works with Patriot. We have Ultron, of course, and a little tech in Cosmo and Goose. And Misty Knight, just plain, not a high evo version. And I'm going Patriot for Series 3. So I have 2 decks that feature Captain Carter. This one goes with a more ongoing package. I decided to put her in a Doom 2099 version. You will have cards added to your back line. Sadly, Sam Wilson Captain America, the shield does not buff Cap Carter?
Trash.
Cap? No? Okay, guess not. So it doesn't buff Captain Carter, but if the shield is in the back line, it will get a buff. So from Captain Carter herself, that's a good way to get cards in behind her on the back line. And otherwise, it's just pretty standard Doom 2099 ongoing type stuff. Now, even though I love Agent Venom, for some reason I spaced on Agent Venom when it comes to Captain Carter. Someone in my Discord, I asked for feedback because I told them I was going to trash this card. And they suggested Agent Venom, which makes sense. And being able to give a buff to either Iron Man or Mystique is fantastic. We have Cosmo clearly as far as protection. Sam Wilson again to slide in. Of course, we have Agent Venom and Bast. So we have Hood, Wasp, Ant-Man, Nico, Rocket to really benefit from that. And otherwise, it's a standard Agent Venom deck with Captain Carter thrown in for the mix. The new cards this season include Goliath, another ongoing card, Kahori, a on-reveal card, Infinity Ultron, which is a very interesting mix of a couple of different cards we have in the game currently, Strange Supreme, which is also somewhat of an interesting mix, and then Hydra Stomper, who presumably goes in move decks. We will see how big all of these cards impact their respective decks. There is also an additional card being unveiled this season. It may or may not be shown in the season trailer. We will see. But there will be another card added to this mix. And so, as usual, I will cover each of these cards in the preview videos I have for them. If I continue doing this,
Please stop.
thanks to all the members of the channel, and thank you to everybody that watches this long into the videos. Of course, this is probably a shorter type video, but thanks anyway. It helps the channel grow. So with Captain Carter, I'm not even going to ask the question. I'm clearly not getting the season pass. There are a ton of people that will tell me, hey nerd, it's good value, you get gold, you get credits, you get all kinds of resources. Even if you don't like the season pass card, you probably should get it. I'm not that type of player. I didn't play that way before I started making videos. I'm not going to change now that I'm making videos. I'm not getting the season pass because I don't like the card. That's all it's about for me. And so if you are a free-to-play player, I don't think you'll be missing much. You'll be in the same boat as me. Again, unless they buff it and somehow this becomes some crazy good card that I'm just not seeing. But I swing big on this channel, and I think this card is just going to be flat out bad.
Trash.
And you will be able to do well without her. Until next time.
Trash.